1, 2, 3, microphone check. 1, 2, 3, microphone check. 1, 2, 3, microphone check. Okay, it works. All right. Okay. A few minutes and we can start. All right. Three, two, one. Hello guys and welcome to my channel QANSIGLIERE. Today I'm going to work on the question how to get access to private repositories through GitHub API. It's a tricky question because based on our previous videos with Eye of God tool, we found what through usual API endpoints we can't get access to private repositories, especially if we select them when we're generating a new API key. At the beginning of this investigation, guys, let me remind you that we have a great opportunity to ask me any questions directly. To do it, you just need to open my YouTube channel. Where is it? Let me check. Sorry, some technical issues. Why I can't see the screen? Okay. Alright, the issue was fixed. Very strange issue. We can submit it to Bug Hunter project. Alright guys, let me remind you that you have a great opportunity to ask me any questions directly. To do it, you just need to open my YouTube channel, click here to get access to all available links and just click on the first link. It will open a new page with Google form where you can write your questions and send them to me. From my side, I'm going to review all your questions and try to answer them in the next videos. So, what we are going to solve today? Let me show you. For example, we have the tool that is based on GitHub API. This tool is called Eye of God, and here I want to upload information about repositories through GitHub API. For this purpose, I want to generate a new API key, and let's do the following stuff. No. Maybe one more time. Maybe one more time. Okay, let me prepare everything. Now, what is on preview? Okay. Fixed, and fixed. We can start. Hello guys and welcome to my channel QANSIGLIERE. Today I'm going to investigate a tricky question, especially how to get access to private repositories through GitHub API. In our previous videos we faced the issue that technically we can't receive information through GitHub API about private repositories, and at the same time we generated a new API key with these selected repositories. It's interesting, and today we will try to answer on this question. But before this conversation, let me remind you guys that you have a great opportunity. You can ask me any questions directly. To do that, you just need to open my YouTube channel, click here to get access to all available links, and just click on the first link. It will open a new Google page form where you can ask me any questions directly. From my side, I'm going to review all your questions and try to answer them in the next videos. So, what is the issue? As you know, GitHub has own API endpoints. Let's open GitHub API. And for repositories, we have some specific endpoint. Based on documentation, what is generated here, we should be able to see information about private repositories too. Here we just need to change the type from all, what technically including all repositories, public and private, and we can say what please return us only private repositories. But as we faced with iHaveGot tool, this endpoint doesn't work at all with private repositories. So let's check it. First of all, let's generate a new API key. Open github.com, log in into the system, press on settings button. Click here on developer settings, click here on personal access tokens, and let's choose the first option. Here, let's press generate new token button. Let me enter my code. Okay, probably wrong one. Now we can create a new API token. Let's call it private token. Let's choose it for next 90 days and let's choose only specific repositories. Because here the question for me personally is, can I get access to this one private repository iHaveGot? Plus let's choose read-on permission for pull requests, because my main idea is to upload information about merge requests and nodes to it. Let's press generate token button and let's generate this token. Wrong one button. The API token was generated. I just copied that. Let me enable the screen again, and now let's try to upload information. For this purpose, I will use iHaveGot tool. Let me open it. Alright, and let me save this generated token into settings. Let me stop sharing my screen, provide this token, save it. And now let's do the following stuff. First of all, let's connect our settings.env file. This file contains GitHub API endpoint, I mean base URL for API, and GitHub API token. Now we want to upload information about all repositories from this user. We use this endpoint, what is provided here in official API documentation. You can see it here. We provide /orgs/repos. It's for organization, list of repository. Okay, so it should be org. Let's check it. Let's change org, save it, and let's do API work. Node.github.upload data from GitHub. Okay, we see the first issue. It's related to another response from GitHub API. Let me check this response. Let me open it. This one. Okay, as you can see, this one endpoint is not found at all. It's really strange. Let me check it one more time. We use get repositories from this user. Let's change it to user, save. And let's upload it one more time. Let's check the response. And as you can see, not found. Why it's not found? something really strange here. Okay. At least we can't get access to private repository. GitHub API. GitHub. repositories. So list organization repositories, we don't need it. Create repository for organization. A list repository for current users. Yes, we use this one endpoint. And let's check it. Let's connect source settings. And let's try to upload information about all private repositories for this current user. Let's use GitHub folder, upload from GitHub. As you can see, we received nothing. But based on this explanation here, we should be able to receive private repositories. What we should do? First solution, let's Google the solution. How to get a list of private repositories from GitHub via API. Okay, as you can see, I already Googled it, and first solution is to use this one endpoint for search. We use search through repositories and search through them by using user filter. Let's copy it and let's check will it work or not. Let's change our URL. Let's write here and here, and this one can be removed. Save. Let's try to make request one more time. Okay. And what is returned here? Here you can see we received now repositories, but here we have another problem. All those repositories are public. Yeah. Based on this solution, we should receive all repositories from this current user. But GitHub API returned only public repositories because total number of repositories from my account is 14. Here we have 13. And how we can solve this issue? This one solution doesn't work. This one solution also doesn't work. Plus you can see this submitted issue in GitHub community. So how we can solve it? Let's use another one API endpoint. This endpoint will return you information about all repositories where you have access with provided API token. For this purpose, we should do the following request: user/repos. Let's change it and let's execute. And as you can see, it works. But there is another tricky question. When I generated this token, I select only one repository. I mean, I granted access to only one repository, and this repository was private. But here in the list of URL requests, you can see other my public repositories, and it also strange. Let's check this one response. User is not authenticated. What is wrong? Let's check. Let's do the following stuff. Let's modify this one function. Download to console log JSON stringify from final result. Let's do it. Let's save output information into the file txt. Let's open it, and here you can see the response for this URL. Let's copy it. Come on. And let's use JSON parser resource. Okay, what we have? We have response for this generated API key, and this response contains public, another one public repository, one more public repository, and private one. And only this API endpoint provides information about private repositories. Let me check it. Yeah, this one. So here we have an idea how to change the behavior of our tool I've got, but this will be another story. Today we are going to implement additional function in GitHub library for this endpoint. What we are going to do, we are going to open GitHub project, and let's check its version. I've got GitHub API. All right. Now let's create a new one branch, and let's call it private repos. Let's publish it, and let's make the changes. Remove all information related to TypeScript. It's not needed right now on the current state. And what we have changed version, right? Plus we have changes in the library. We have get pull requests, we have get pull request comments, we have get repositories, and now we will add another one endpoint. List of repositories for authenticated user. Get repositories for authenticated user. Let me check this word. Come on. Users. Repos. And as you can see, this one endpoint allows us to filter also repositories on public and private. So let's put it here. Done. Let's save it. Okay, additional filters, save. Owner is not needed at all. Let's check readme. Okay. Get repositories for authenticated user. Okay, let's change the description, save, and let's add the link to the current one live video. Share, copy, and paste. Okay, this one moment is done. Let's generate new DTS files. Okay, files are generated. Let's move them. Move and save. Okay, and okay, so this issue is fixed. Added a new function to get private repository. Let's commit these changes. Okay, npm publish. Alright, this library was successfully updated now. Let's move to GitHub. Create a new pull request, update it. Okay, it was updated. So let's add new release 006. Okay, it's done. And we can refresh GitHub desktop. Nice. So now let's check this solution in our tool, in Eye of God. Let me open Eye of God tool. This one can be closed, this one can be opened. Right, so what we will do, where is package? Let me remove this one. And let's install the new version of GitHub integration library. Homepage, npm remove, npm install. Alright, now we should be able to upload information about private repositories. Thank you guys for your time, and I wish you to have a great week. See you later, guys. Bye.